Boom shakalaka, what is going on, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and today we have an episode about JP Morgan coin. That is hot off the press, all the news today, all the rage. We're going to be talking about what's going on with this JP Morgan coin. What does Jamie Dimon mean by it? Some other news, proof of a market bottom. Yes, indeed, I did actually find proof. I'll be going over that shortly towards the end of the episode. But yeah. So we're going to get started with that. Guys, I'm sure you remember Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, called Bitcoin a fraud. Now, JP Morgan coin, obviously before we get into things, don't be a dummy. Read the disclaimer. Whatever. Now, today, market cap $120 billion. Bitcoin dominance 52.7%. Most of the top 10 not really moving. EOS down 3%, Tron down 2.5%, Binance Coin down 4.66%. The big shakers today, Theta up 10.5%, Loopring up 10%, and in the losers, Veritasium and MOAC. All right. Bitcoin just kind of in another wedge. We broke out of one wedge, and then now we're just in another wedge. The MACD, however, MACD is still saying hold Bitcoin. However, it may be going back to approaching hold a stable coin. So what is up, everybody? Now, JP Morgan launching JPM coin, even though Jamie Dimon keeps calling Bitcoin a fraud. So this is all the headlines today. I'm not even the first YouTuber to report on it. It's like an hour old, 2 hours old, and totally not the first one. But this is big news because for a long time, JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon were saying Bitcoin's a fraud. It's for, what did he say it's for? He said, he compared it to Tulip Mania, predicting collapse, and he was right about that. We'll give him that. But he still says it's a good option for murderers and drug dealers. So obviously murderers and drug dealers, if they were stupid, they would use Bitcoin. If they were smart, they would use like Monero, something like that, private transactions. But, that's what he says. However, now they're launching JPM coin. So this first talks about how he calls Bitcoin fraud, whatever. But JP Morgan does have a blockchain division, which they've probably been working on this JPM coin. I would wonder if it's going to be an ERC20 token. That would be my thing. Are they going to build their own blockchain? Probably not. It'll probably be an ERC20 token, but there's no news yet as to what it is. But they talk about distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrencies, all that must be integrated into the bank's work. However, JP Morgan and a couple other banks banned the use of credit card payments for purchasing crypto back in 2018. So they're not too fond of people owning crypto. Maybe they like to buy a lot of crypto, but not too fond of other people. Also, some other big banks wanted to launch Bitcoin trading desks. But here's the big news. JPM coin will work as a stable coin. So they're going to have it as a dollar. Each JPM coin will be backed by the US dollar, which should ensure its stability. Definitely, because the US dollar is so stable. Totally stable. Totally backed by things that are worthwhile, like gold and stuff like that. Totally not printed willy-nilly. Totally not fractional lending, none of that stuff. But anyways, so it's going to be a stable coin, similar to other stable coins that we have out there. And as they say, so basically, customers will receive coins after they put dollars into their account. After the necessary operations with the bank's crypto are completed, the lender will destroy the electronic coins and the customer will have their dollars back. So apparently it's going to be a 1-to-1 US dollar stable coin. In these other articles, they talk even more about it. So some things that came up in here were a couple potential uses for it. So 3 likely uses. It can be used for replacing wire transfers for international payments. It can be used to provide instant settlements for securities issuances, as well as to replace US dollars held internationally by subsidiaries of major corporations. So that's big. How big, you might ask? Well, let's go back to this first article here. I think it's here. Somewhere. Maybe it's the second article. I don't know. One of these articles. There it is. More than $6 trillion. The bank moves more than $6 trillion daily as part of its business. So that's a lot of potential money getting into the cryptocurrency space. Because every dollar put into cryptocurrency has like a 50 times multiplier. So that would be like $300 trillion. I don't think the market's going to get that big. Not anytime soon. Because it's just going to be in and out. The old in and out. Now, a couple things that I see that don't exactly, I see they're saying this. I don't get why they're saying this. I don't get why they're publishing this. I don't exactly get why they're having their own JP Morgan coin, why they're not using some other thing. I mean, even like Ripple or whatever. Why they're not doing that. They just want to have their own coin. But I was thinking this doesn't exactly fly for a couple reasons in my mind. First reason, number one, because with this, no more fractional lending. So, fractional lending, like you lend out, someone deposits $1,000, the bank holds 10%, lends out $900, then they spend that $900, the bank holds $90, lends out $810. All of that stuff, in the end, with fractional lending, total of $4,095 resulted from the original $1,000 deposit. So basically, money just gets diluted. So number one, they won't be able to do that with this form of stablecoins. That doesn't make sense to me, because why would they limit themselves to that when they can just... They'll probably make a derivative of JP Morgan coin. So that's one thing. The other thing is this whole stable coin idea. So far, at least to my experience, stable coins are somewhat stable, but haven't really been that stable. I mean, take a look here. This is Tether. This is Tether back in April of 2017. It was down to 92 cents. That's 8 cents off of a dollar, pretty far off. And you're like, but that's so long ago. How about this one? USD coin. All right. This was October of 2018, up to over $1.08 right there. And you're like, but that was still 2018. I mean, get real. How about Gemini dollar last week being up to $1.14, 14 cents off? So these stable coins don't exactly stay stable really until they just have like a peg type of thing as opposed to a dollar back coin. They're not going to be stable because of trading. But that's the news with JP Morgan. I don't really think it matters that much at all. Who knows if they'll even go through with it? Because at first, like, some banks are going to accept Bitcoin, some not. They may be doing it. They may not be doing it. It could just be publicity to try and raise their stock prices, something like that. But the more important thing today, when I was scrolling through the news today, I did notice some things. Now, last week, I was talking about this article, Bitcoin Bottom is In. Pretty interesting article, good read, so you could just type in Bitcoin Bottom is In Medium. You'll find this article. It goes through a few different reasons why the bottom is potentially here. One of them being the realized value, which is the value that the average person bought Bitcoin is less than the price of Bitcoin, which is this graph here. Then the market value to realized value, so basically the Bitcoin price divided by the realized value, again, we are quite low. Now, we're not as low as we've always been because Bitcoin's in somewhat of a wedge. But that's another reason. And then the NVT ratio, which is basically the token supply divided by the Bitcoin value transmitted through the blockchain. And look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 looks almost identical to this 1, 2, 3, 4, and again in that little wedge pattern. So those are a few reasons why they have the bottom predicted, but that's not the reason I'm going to share with you today, and it's not because of this rainbow either. Okay, the reason today is because of this article I saw here. Boom! This article, Invest in Blockchain. He made over $22 million betting on Bitcoin price fall. We explain how you can do it too. And this is why I think that it is predicting the bottom. So, obviously, he's talking about shorting Bitcoin. And now they're teaching people how to short Bitcoin. Now, if we go take a look at the Bitcoin price chart, let's take a look, okay? Now, shorting Bitcoin is betting that Bitcoin will go to zero, okay? It would have been great to do up here, but now as Bitcoin approaches zero, not so great to do. However, this article here, they're explaining it, and they actually show you step by step how to short it. In fact, they say where whales make money. Sign up for BitMEX because you can make money as a whale by shorting Bitcoin. And they go through step by step by step by step by step. Now, why am I saying this? Well, because it reminds me of this article here, How to Buy XRP, one of the hottest Bitcoin competitors. Now, this article was from January 2nd, 2018. In case you guys don't remember, big news article teaching people how to buy Ripple right up here at pretty much the very top of the market. So, not so big news article right here, teaching people how to short Bitcoin at probably the bottom of the market, especially when we take a look at some of these other indicators. Is it the absolute bottom? You never know. You never know. I mean, hindsight's 2020. Foresight, you can't tell. But potentially, this could predict be somewhat predictive of the bottom. I definitely think it's another indicator that we are getting close to, if not at, the bottom now. Now, total bottom, I don't know, sometime between May and October. Probably. That's my guess. But I just thought that was very interesting because this article here, teaching people how to short Bitcoin, that must mean it's not very effective for making money anymore. Just like when teaching how to buy XRP, not very effective for making money. Now, that's it for the news today. Just two short news things. And then, coming up tomorrow, I am leaving for NeoDevCon in Seattle. Should be good. This is NeoDevCon 2. I was at NeoDevCon 1. Now I'm going to NeoDevCon 2. I will be there tomorrow through the weekend. For all of you guys who got free tickets, congratulations. I did give away 10 tickets. However, I think I still may have a ticket or two left. So if you want a ticket, contact me on Twitter. Message me on Twitter or something like that. And I don't know. Maybe I'll send you a ticket. Who knows? Other than that, I'll be reporting from NeoDevCon. Maybe meeting some people. Maybe like taking some more pictures with Da Hong Fei and stuff like that. Who knows? But I'll be there. You guys who want to, who are in the Seattle area, you can still buy tickets. You can go to devcon.neo.org. You can buy tickets there. Also, students, they have discounted student tickets. So I think they're like $50. You may be able to get them for free somehow. I don't exactly know. Look it up online. And that is that. So I'll catch you all later. Have a very, very good day. All right? Peace.